I'm in China right now to be the first one to test ride the all-new CFMOTO 1000MT-X, and I have to say, this is amazing. In this test ride, I will share my thoughts on this bike, from the build and finish to the tech and features, the engine characteristic, and most importantly, how it really felt when riding. And at the end, I'll tell you my thoughts on the price and how it compared to other bikes in the same class. It was only 3 months since CFMOTO announced this bike at EICMA, and I still can't believe the 1000MT-X has already rolled off of the production line and ready for us to ride. In the last 2 years, CFMOTO has done incredibly well in the adventure world, with the global phenomenon 450MT, which I'm currently owning, and the impressive 800MT-X already causing waves. Will this 1000MT-X be another black horse that changed the middleweight adventure bike class? There's no better way to answer this question than test ride myself. Right off the bat, the 1000MT-X already looks like a flagship adventure machine. It carries almost exactly the same look as the 800MT-X, with some minor changes. It has the same layered bodywork, a tall big style front end with a high front fender, and a commanding upright stance inspired by rally bikes. What keeps the bike distinguished from its little brother is the black-out engine and stock exhaust, along with the new bold colorway like this tactical green, while still keeping the signature CFMOTO Zephyr blue. Fit and finish feels solid and intentional. All plastic components are well positioned with a great response feeling. It's consistent with my 450MT and a huge improvement from the earlier CFMOTO bikes. Tech-wise, the 1000MT-X comes stacked. At the heart of the cockpit is an 8-inch vertical TFT touchscreen with navigation, phone mirroring, and crisp graphic. CFMOTO didn't scheme on the rider aids either. It has a Bosch 6-axis IMU assisting the bike's cornering ABS, traction control, and 4 riding modes right out of the box. In addition to the standard, the ring mode, off-road mode as you would expect it, there's also a 4th all-terrain mode which allows you to fine-tune the traction and the ABS intervention. You also get cruise control, a bi-directional quickshifter, tire pressure monitoring, heated grip, and even a heated seat, which I really appreciate in the China winter. And did I mention it has a touch screen? So instead of toggling through endless buttons, you can simply use the screen like an iPad for much easier control. It's especially useful when you are on the go and just want to keep things simple. Looking down from the cockpit, this thing's hardware reads like a wish list for adventure riders like myself. It has fully adjustable KYB 48mm upside-down forks and a KYB rear monoshock, both fully adjustable and offers 230mm of suspension travel. It has Brembo brakes both front and rear, offers much better confidence in sparing bite to handle its own weight or even when loaded. To keep the off-road oriented theme, it has a 21-inch front and 18-inch rear wheel with wired spokes. They maintain tubeless for hassle-free puncture repair, and now comes standard with the proper Pirelli Scorpion Rally STR tires, a huge step up. Look at the fuel tank, it still has the same low-slung 22-liter fuel tank to keep the center of gravity low. Then you still have the adjustable windscreen and handlebar to tailor the ergonomic to your preferences. The standard version had a seat height of 870mm, which is slightly taller than my preferences, but same as the 800MT-X, there is a factory lowered version with a shorter suspension travel. It will lower the bike seat height to 830mm to fit a wider range of rider. When it comes to the weight, this bike has a dry weight of 199 kg, and with full tank of fuel, it sits just under 230 kg.
When the bike is moving, you can barely feel the weight because of the lower slant tank. Picking up the bike is quite effortless as well. It's not hard to move the bike at all. Yep.
Now come down to the power output. The heart of this adventure machine is a 946cc engine derived from the KTM LC8 family, putting output around 111 horsepower and 105 Nm of torque. This engine has already proved itself on the 800MT series, and now with the bigger output, it feels even more alive. I also noticed the engine and exhaust note sounds different from the 800MT, with a much more pleasant deeper tone, even at the stock exhaust. However, the bike does run hotter. The cooling fan is huge and kicked in aggressively. You will definitely hear them when two fans running.
Oh, I'm not sure if you can hear. Now the engine fan is up, is down. You can see the fan is doing their thing in here. I'm slightly worried. I feel like this thing is too exposed.
And how it feels when ride? Let's get it on road.
Alright, let's test the power. 110 horsepower. It's 30% more than the 800MT-X. Almost the same engine. God damn. This is so much more polished.
You can probably hear from my voice that I was pleasantly surprised by the acceleration. The additional horsepower and torque are significant, and it shows early at lower RPM.
Where's the quickshifter? Wait, there's no quickshifter?
However, I didn't notice the quickshifter being clunky, regardless of the RPM. I wasn't sure if it's because the bike is not broken in just yet or a tactical issue, but when shifting with the clutch, it's nice and smooth. The clutch lever feels light, very similar to the feeling of my 450MT. So depending on your preferences, this could be a good or a bad thing.
Oh, there's ABS. So you have to give it very, very rough to activate the ABS. So for the throttle, yes, it is still a little bit rough, especially when you open and closing the throttle. It's not going to be a problem if you are riding on a road like this. But I wonder how it will work if I change to the off-road mode. So according to the sales guide, for off-road mode, it will give you a very smooth, lower RPM throttle response. Oh yeah, definitely feel the difference. Very smooth throttle input. It definitely eliminates the roughness of open and closing the throttle. So yes, there's still a little bit. You can still notice this is a KTM engine. But as far as for the roughness of the 800MT, this is a significant improvement. The suspension is great. I really like the handling of it.
Now, the price. With all this feature, will the all-new 1000MT-X remain the value-driven and adventure bike in its class? And the answer looks obvious. In China domestic market, it's priced at 60,000 Chinese yuan, which is only about 20% more than the 800MT-X. Using those as a reference, you can reasonably assume an Australian price around 18,000 plus the on-road cost, which is also about 12,000 US dollar in the state. With that price, put it in the ballpark with the bikes like Yamaha Ténéré 700, KTM 890, or even Honda African Twin. And when will it arrive? Well, most likely will hit Australian dealership toward the end of the year, and I can't wait to get a proper test ride when it arrives. So after testing the all-new 2026 CFMOTO 1000MT-X firsthand, my personal verdict is this. CFMOTO didn't just step up their game, they ramped up. Personally, I would look at this bike as an upgrade version for the current 800MT-X. It has a better suspension, brake, tires, and tech package, which should already justify the roughly $2,000 price increase, and the additional horsepower basically come in for free. So I think CFMOTO either did their math wrong, or they seriously want to shake the middleweight adventure bike class, just like they did with the 450MT 2 years ago. So that's it for my test ride review for the 1000MT-X. If you want to watch more test ride review, click this video here. And please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.